ಆ ನಮಸ್ತೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ.
ಹೇಳಿ, ಏನದು?
ನೋಡಿ, ಭಾರತೀಯ ಕಲಿಯೋರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಲಿಸೋಕೆ ಒಂದು 30 ನಿಮಿಷದ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಪಾಠದ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದರ ಸ್ಪೆಷಾಲಿಟಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದು ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಆಹಾರ, ಅಡಿಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಈ ಥೀಮ್ ಸುತ್ತಾನೇ ಇದೆ.
ಓ, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯದ ವಿಷಯಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಭಾಷೆ ಕಲ್ಸೋ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ. ಹೌದು, ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಇದರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನು, ಹೇಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ.
ಖಂಡಿತ. ಇದ್ರ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಗುರಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಸರಳ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೇರ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಲಿಯೋರು ಪ್ರತಿದಿನದ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಬಳಸೋಕೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡೋದು.
ಹೌದು, ಈಗ ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಊಟದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ.
ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ನಿಂದ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಭಾಷೆ ಕಲಿಸೋದು.
ಸರಿ, ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬ್ಯುಲರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶಬ್ದಕೋಶ. ಇಡ್ಲಿ, ದೋಸೆ, ಚಪಾತಿ, ರೈಸ್, ಬಿರಿಯಾನಿ.
ನಮ್ದೇ ಪದಗಳು.
ಹೌದು, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಪದಗಳು. ಬ್ರೇಕ್ಫಾಸ್ಟ್, ಲಂಚ್, ಡಿನ್ನರ್, ಟಿಫಿನ್, ಈ ಪದಗಳ ಪರಿಚಯನೂ ಇದೆ. ತುಂಬಾ ಬೇಸಿಕ್.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಐ ಏಟ್ ದೋಸಾ ಫಾರ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ಫಾಸ್ಟ್, ಈ ತರದ ಸರಳ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳ ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಖಂಡಿತ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕಲಿಯೋರಿಗೆ ವಿಷಯ ಹೊಸ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಪದ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೊಸ್ತು. ಸೊ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಈಸಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ.
ಸರಿ, ಬರೀ ಪದಗಳಷ್ಟೇನಾ ಅಥವಾ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಅದೇ ಮುಂದಿನ ಭಾಗ. ಅಡುಗೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡುವ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಕೆಲ್ಸಗಳು. ಈಗ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಚಾಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬಾಯ್ಲ್, ಫ್ರೈ, ಮಿಕ್ಸ್, ಕುಕ್, ಪೀಲ್, ಸ್ಟರ್, ಈ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಪದಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಓ, ಅದೊಳ್ಳೇದು. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗಳಿವೆಯಾ?
ಇದೆ. ಶೀಸ್ ಚಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಅನಿಯನ್ಸ್, ಈ ತರದ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ವಿವರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಪದ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ವಾಕ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸೋದು ಅಂತಾನೂ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ವ್ಯಾಕರಣದ ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟ ಭಾಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ.
ಹೌದು, ಗಮನಿಸಿ. ಈಗ ಏನು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕೆ ಈ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಳಸಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರೈಯಿಂಗ್ ವೆಜಿಟಬಲ್ಸ್. ಅಡುಗೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ವಿವರಿಸೋಕೆ ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳು ಇದಾವ. ನಾವಿವತ್ತು ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಥರ.
ಖಂಡಿತ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ಟುಡೇ, ಈ ಥರದ ನಕಾರಾತ್ಮಕ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಆ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ನ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಚಿತ್ರಣ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ.
ಆದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಈಗ ಅಡುಗೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಸರಿ, ಆದ್ರೆ ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರದ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳು ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ?
ನಿಜ. ಅದಕ್ಕೇನೆ ಅವರು ಬರೀ ವ್ಯಾಕರಣಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಪಾಠದಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಗಳೂ ಇವೆ.
ಓ, ರೋಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನಾ? ಹೇಗೆ?
ಒಂದು, ಅಡುಗೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಯಿ ಮಗಳ ನಡುವಿನ ಸಂಭಾಷಣೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟ್ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶ, ವೇಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಗ್ರಾಹಕರ ನಡುವೆ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಮಾತುಕತೆ.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಕೆನ್ ಐ ಸಿ ದ ಮೆನ್ಯೂ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್? ಅಥವಾ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ಮಸಾಲಾ ದೋಸಾ?
ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬಿಲ್, ಈ ಥರದ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ ಈ ರೋಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮೂಲಕ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ.
ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಉಪಯುಕ್ತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ ವಿಷಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪುಗಳು. ಕಲಿಯುವವರು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ?
ಆ ಭಾಗನೂ ಇದೆ. ಕಾಮನ್ ಎರರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಫುಡ್ ನೌ ಅನ್ನೋ ಬದಲು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಈಟಿಂಗ್ ನೌ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು.
ಹೌದು, ಆ ತರಹದ ತಪ್ಪುಗಳು ಸಹಜ. ವಿ ಈಟ್ಸ್ ರೈಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೆಲವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
ಅದನ್ನೇ ಸರಿಪಡಿಸಿ ವಿ ಈಟ್ ರೈಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶೀ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ಚಪಾತಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ಚಪಾತಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಈ ತರದ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಅದರ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ ತಪ್ಪುಗಳನ್ನ ಗುರ್ತಿಸಿ ಸರಿಪಡಿಸೋಕೆ ಒತ್ತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಇದು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ತಪ್ಪುಗಳನ್ನ ಆರಂಭದಲ್ಲೇ ಸರಿಪಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅವು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
ಸರಿ.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆಹಾರ ಪದ್ಧತಿಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನಾನು ಸಸ್ಯಾಹಾರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಹೇಗೆ?
ಅದು ಇದೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅ ವೆಜಿಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಅಥವಾ ವಿ ಈಟ್ ರೈಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ, ಈ ತರಹದ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಫುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದನ್ನು ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ.
ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜ್ ತರ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶಬ್ದಕೋಶ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಗತ್ಯ ವ್ಯಾಕರಣ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಸಂಭಾಷಣೆ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ಆಹಾರ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದೇ ಥೀಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಹೌದು. ಇದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಲಿಸನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್, ಮಾತಾಡೋ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸಕ್ಕೂ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ.
ಸೊ ಇದರ ಅಂತಿಮ ಗುರಿ ಬರೀ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ನಿಯಮಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದಲ್ಲ.
ಖಂಡಿತ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಬದಲಿಗೆ ಜನರಿಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ದೈನಂದಿನ ಜೀವನದ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗವಾದ ಆಹಾರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸದಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡೋದು.
ಇದು ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಆಸಕ್ತಿದಾಯಕ ವಿಧಾನ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ ವಿಷಯ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಹೀಗೆ ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟ ಸಾಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಕ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಅಡಿಗೆ ಆಹಾರ ಪದ್ಧತಿಗೆ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಭಾಷಾ ಕಲಿಕೆಯನ್ನ ಅಳವಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕಲಿಯುವರ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಮೇಲೆ, ಅವರು ಗ್ರಹಿಸುವ ರೀತಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಬೀರ್ಬೋದು?
ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್.
ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. नमस्ते। आज हमारे सामने विश्लेषण के लिए एक दिलचस्प स्रोत सामग्री है। ये असल में एक वीडियो स्क्रिप्ट है अंग्रेजी सिखाने के लिए, और इसका फोकस है खास तौर पर भारतीय खान-पान, रसोई के काम और हाँ, रेस्टोरेंट में बातचीत पर। मकसद लगता है कि भाई सरल रोजमर्रा की अंग्रेजी इस्तेमाल करके इन आम स्थितियों में लोग थोड़ा आत्मविश्वास महसूस करें। तो चलिए देखते हैं कि इस तरीके में क्या खास है, क्या अहम बातें निकल कर आती हैं।
हाँ, नमस्ते। ये वाकई दिलचस्प है कि कैसे भाषा सिखाने के लिए खाने पीने जैसी मतलब रोज़ की चीज़ों का इस्तेमाल किया गया है। ये रोज़मर्रा के जीवन से जुड़ाव भाषा सीखने को कितना आसान या शायद प्रभावी बना सकता है, इस पर गौर करना चाहिए।
हाँ बिल्कुल। तो स्रोत की शुरुआत होती है खाने की चीज़ों और भोजन के समय से जुड़ी शब्दावली से, जैसे इडली, डोसा, चपाती, चावल, बिरयानी वगैरह, और साथ में ब्रेकफास्ट, लंच, डिनर वाले शब्द।
हाँ, जो आमतौर पर इस्तेमाल होते हैं।
और उदाहरण भी दिए, जैसे आई एट डोसा फॉर ब्रेकफास्ट। बहुत सीधा सा।
ये न सिर्फ व्यावहारिक है बल्कि मेरे ख्याल से मनोवैज्ञानिक रूप से भी काफी असरदार हो सकता है। भाई, जब शब्द आपकी थाली से जुड़े हों, आपके स्वाद से जुड़े हों, तो उन्हें याद रखना, इस्तेमाल करना ज्यादा स्वाभाविक लगता है।
हाँ, ये बात तो है। एक कनेक्शन बन जाता है।
बिल्कुल, ये तुरंत एक काम आने वाली फीलिंग देता है।
अच्छा, तो ये तो हुई शब्दों की बात। इसके बाद रसोई में जो काम होते हैं उन पर आते हैं, मतलब वो कुकिंग वर्ब्स जिन्हें कहते हैं कट, चॉप, बॉयल, फ्राई, मिक्स, कुक, ये सब।
हाँ, पील, स्टर, बेक, ऐड, काफी सारे हैं।
और इनका वाक्यों में प्रयोग भी दिखाते हैं, जैसे शी इज चॉपिंग अनियंस। यहाँ थोड़ा तरीका बदल रहा है ना, सिर्फ शब्द नहीं है।
बिल्कुल, यहाँ सिर्फ शब्द नहीं बल्कि क्रिया और उसका सही काल मतलब टेंस सिखाई जा रहा है, और खास तौर पर प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूअस टेंस एम इज आर के साथ वर्ब में आईएनजी लगाकर,
जैसे आई एम कुकिंग डिनर।
हाँ, और ये महत्वपूर्ण इसलिए है क्योंकि रसोई में अक्सर काम उसी वक्त हो रहा होता है जब हम उसके बारे में बात कर रहे होते हैं, तो ये अभी होने वाली क्रियाओं को दिखाता है। सीखने में आसान।
ये बात तो सही है। किचन में तो सब कुछ लाइव ही चल रहा होता है ज्यादातर। लेकिन एक सवाल मन में आता है, क्या सिर्फ इसी एक टेंस पे फोकस करना काफी है? मतलब आगे की बातचीत में दिक्कत नहीं होगी?
देखिए, ये एक वाजिब सवाल है। शुरुआती लेवल के लिए ये बहुत प्रभावी है क्योंकि ये एक्शन से सीधे जुड़ता है। लेकिन हाँ, आप सही कह रहे हैं, भाषा की पूरी समझ के लिए तो निश्चित रूप से दूसरे टेंसेस, दूसरी संरचनाएं भी सीखनी होंगी। ये स्रोत शायद एक शुरुआती कदम के तौर पर डिजाइन किया गया लगता है, पहला स्टेप।
ओके, समझ गई। मतलब ये फाउंडेशन बना रहा है। अच्छा, इसके बाद स्क्रिप्ट रेस्टोरेंट की सिचुएशन पर आती है। कुछ तैयार वाक्यांश दिए गए हैं, जैसे मेन्यू मांगना है तो कैन आई सी द मेन्यू प्लीज,
हाँ,
या ऑर्डर करना है तो आई वुड लाइक अ मसाला डोसा, और बिल के लिए प्लीज ब्रिंग द बिल।
हाँ, ये बिल्कुल रेडी टू यूज वाली वाक्यांश हैं, सीधे काम आते हैं।
और एक रोल प्ले भी है इसमें, ग्राहक और वेटर के बीच बातचीत का नमूना।
हाँ, और वो रोल प्ले का होना खास तौर पर आम है क्योंकि वो सिर्फ वाक्य रटना नहीं है बल्कि उन्हें एक असली जैसी स्थिति में इस्तेमाल करने का अभ्यास कराता है।
हाँ, सही बात है। उससे झिझक कम होती होगी।
बिल्कुल, आत्मविश्वास बढ़ाने के लिए ये एक बहुत कारगर तरीका माना जाता है। प्रैक्टिस हो जाती है।
एक और दिलचस्प चीज जो मुझे लगी वो है आम गलतियों को सुधारना। जैसे वो बताते हैं कि आई एम टेक फूड नाउ नहीं बोलना चाहिए, सही है आई एम ईटिंग नाउ। या जैसे शी कुकिंग चपाती गलत है, सही है शी इज कुकिंग चपाती। वो इज लगाना भूल जाते हैं शायद लोग।
हाँ, और इन गलतियों को सीधे तौर पर बताना बहुत जरूरी है। ये अक्सर हमारी पहली भाषा जैसे हिंदी के प्रभाव की वजह से होती है, आदत होती है वैसे बोलने की। इन्हें सुधारने से न सिर्फ व्याकरण सही होता है बल्कि बातचीत ज्यादा स्पष्ट और स्वाभाविक लगती है।
हाँ, मतलब सिर्फ सही बोलना नहीं सिखा रहे बल्कि जो आम गड़बड़ होती है उसे भी ठीक कर रहे हैं।
बिल्कुल। ये दिखाता है कि स्रोत सिर्फ क्या कहना है ये नहीं बता रहा, बल्कि आम रुकावटों को कैसे दूर करें ये भी सिखा रहा है।
और फिर आखिर में अभ्यास पर जोर है, सुनने और बोलने की प्रैक्टिस, और होमवर्क भी दिया है, जैसे अपनी फेवरेट डिश के बारे में बताओ या कोई सिंपल रेसिपी लिखो।
हाँ, ये एक्टिव लर्निंग को बढ़ावा देता है, जो किसी भी स्किल को सीखने के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है। सिर्फ जानकारी लेना काफ़ी नहीं होता, उसका इस्तेमाल करना, उसे प्रैक्टिस करना, वो अहम है।
तो कुल मिलाकर अगर देखें तो ये स्रोत एक बहुत ही फोकस्ड अप्रोच लेता है। रोजमर्रा के खाने पीने के संदर्भ में ज़रूरी शब्द, क्रियाएं, व्याकरण का एक खास हिस्सा और रेस्टोरेंट वाली प्रैक्टिकल बातचीत।
निश्चित रूप से ये सिर्फ भाषा के नियमों का मतलब एक कलेक्शन नहीं है। ये भाषा को जीवन के एक मज़ेदार और ज़रूरी हिस्से से जोड़ने की कोशिश है। खाने से जोड़ना एक अच्छा आइडिया है।
हाँ,
और ये हमें सोचने पे मजबूर करता है ना, कि क्या भाषा सीखने के और भी ऐसे व्यावहारिक, जीवन से जुड़े तरीके हो सकते हैं, जिन्हें हम शायद अक्सर नज़रअंदाज कर देते हैं। हो सकता है सीखने की असली कला इसी में छुपी हो कि उसे अपनी दुनिया से कैसे जोड़ा जाए। सोचने वाली बात।
Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're embarking on a truly delicious deep dive. We're getting into the universally beloved world of talking about food in English.
A topic close to everyone's heart, right?
Exactly. It touches every single one of us, every single day, often multiple times a day. Yet the depth and nuance required to really communicate about it effectively, I think it's often underestimated.
That's very true.
So our mission with this deep dive isn't just to, list vocabulary or hammer grammar rules. We want to go further than that.
Much further.
Yeah, to uncover how language profoundly shapes our entire experience of cooking, eating, and crucially, connecting with others over meals. We've dug up some really insightful source material for this, and it's a carefully structured guide. It covers how to talk about everything from specific dishes, cooking methods, all the way to ordering at restaurants.
It sounds like a really practical toolkit.
Think of it exactly like that, a toolkit, maybe even a shortcut, to mastering a truly practical and engaging aspect of English. One that, honestly, opens up new dimensions in your daily life. We're going to try and extract all the core nuggets of insight within it, hopefully leaving you, our listener, well-informed
Yeah.
and maybe a little hungry.
Well, what's truly fascinating here, I think, is how these seemingly simple language points, just words and basic grammar, can unlock remarkably complex social scenarios.
Right.
And they deepen our understanding of daily life, too. This isn't about just memorizing lists. It's about acquiring a fundamental skill, one that empowers you to engage authentically with the world around you.
Authentically, yeah.
And mastering this specific domain of language, food, and dining, it's crucial because its usefulness goes way beyond just ordering a meal, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
It's about cultural understanding, forging genuine social connections, and just gaining practical independence, whether you're traveling, maybe living abroad, or even just interacting with people from different backgrounds in your own town.
That makes sense.
Because when you can confidently, fluently discuss what you eat, how you cook, what your preferences are, you're not just speaking a language. You're actively participating in a culture. You're sharing a universal human experience.
Absolutely. And to start building that essential linguistic foundation, our material kicks us off right at the kitchen table, or maybe more accurately, with the very building blocks of what goes on the table.
The ingredients, the dishes themselves.
Exactly. It introduces a foundational vocabulary, specifically using Indian foods and meals as examples. Now, it's important to stress, while the examples are from Indian cuisine, the fundamental concept applies globally.
Right. Every culture has its own food language.
Totally. Every culture has its unique culinary lexicon, and understanding it is key to cultural fluency. So we're talking about specific, incredibly diverse, and often delicious examples, like idli.
Ah, yes. Soft, savory, steamed rice cake.
Exactly. A popular breakfast item, often served with chutneys and sambar. Then there's dosa.
Crispy crepes. Love those.
Right. Thin, pancake-like crepes, made from a fermented batter, often filled with potatoes or other things, served with various accompaniments. And, of course, the staples. Chapati.
The flatbread. A staple.
A versatile, unleavened flatbread. And rice, which, well, it serves as a backbone to countless meals across India and, frankly, the world.
Can't forget rice.
Definitely not. We also get into dishes like sambar.
That flavorful lentil stew with vegetables. Very aromatic.
Fragrant and spiced.
and paneer.
The fresh cheese, right, the one that doesn't melt.
That's the one. Fresh, unripened cheese, incredibly popular in vegetarian Indian dishes. And finally, biryani.
Ah, biryani. That's a special occasion dish for many.
That incredibly aromatic and flavorful mixed rice dish, right? Layered with spice, meat, or vegetables. You're right, often reserved for special occasions or celebrations.
That's a crucial point you made earlier, because if we connect this to the bigger picture, mastering these basic food terms isn't merely about, expanding your vocabulary list.
No, it's more practical.
It's about confidently navigating daily life and really deeply understanding cultural nuances. Food vocabulary acts as a direct, vibrant window into the culinary traditions being discussed.
A window, I like that.
Knowing the names of these specific dishes immediately provides rich cultural context. It allows for more authentic, more meaningful conversations. For instance, when you know idli or dosa, you're not just learning a word, you're recognizing a cultural staple.
Right, something specific.
Often tied to specific regions, meal times, even social rituals, it instantly signals an understanding maybe of the regional breakfast landscape in South India, for example. It goes far beyond just saying breakfast food.
That makes sense. It adds layers.
Similarly, biryani isn't just spicy rice. It's a dish often associated with celebration, community, intricate preparation. It carries with it a sense of occasion. So these words, they're imbued with cultural significance. They simplify incredibly complex culinary ideas into single, recognizable concepts.
And the scope broadens beyond just those specific prepared dishes, too. Our material also covers broader categories we all recognize, things like fruits, vegetables, snacks, and sweets. The universal components of any diet, really.
The building blocks.
Exactly. What's truly important here, and what our deep dive really emphasizes, is that while these examples might be Indian, the underlying concept having a dedicated descriptive vocabulary for food that's universal. Every culture, every language on the planet has this.
Absolutely. It's fundamental.
It's about being able to precisely name what you consume. That lets you express preferences, ask for specific items, or even just navigate a grocery store in a new country without pointing vaguely.
Exactly. And this universality means the principles apply everywhere. Think about how essential it is just to know the difference between fruit and vegetable for dietary choices, right?
Basic stuff, but crucial.
Or snack versus sweet for meal planning or, managing cravings. These general categories provide a framework even before you get to the specific names of dishes like dosa or biryani. And it extends beyond just the food itself to the very rhythm of our eating lives. The source material highlights standard meal classifications. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Pretty consistent globally.
Right, we all know those.
But then it adds tiffin. Now, that's a term that carries significant cultural weight, particularly in South Asia.
Tiffin. Okay, tell us more.
In this context, tiffin usually implies a light meal or snack, often packed and eaten during the day, maybe late morning, early afternoon. It's more than just a snack sometimes. It could be a mini meal, a packed lunch, or even just a set of light bites.
That distinction with tiffin is really interesting. I remember hearing somewhere that it can also refer to the actual stacked metal containers used to carry these meals.
That's right. The container itself sometimes becomes synonymous with the meal.
See, that shows how language evolves to capture cultural practices. It's fascinating. For you, our listener, understanding these mealtime distinctions, breakfast, lunch, dinner, tiffin, it's incredibly important because they subtly yet profoundly structure our day and influence our social interactions.
They're like anchors in the day.
Exactly. Meals aren't just about fuel, they're social anchors. They mark transitions and provide opportunities for connection throughout the day. Knowing what tiffin means helps you understand the flow of someone's day, their eating habits, maybe even their work-life balance in certain contexts.
It adds another layer of understanding.
And the utility of the simple sentence structures presented in our source material like, I ate dosa for breakfast, she made biryani on Sunday, or we had paneer curry and chapati for dinner. They can't be overstated.
Simple but effective.
These straightforward declarative sentences are the backbone of clear, unambiguous communication about daily routines and personal experiences. They make it effortless to convey basic, yet essential information. You can describe your own meals or understand what others had without any fuss. It's that immediate aha moment, When you realize how specific names combined with simple, direct sentence structures can simplify communication immensely, it makes you sound natural and confident.
Precisely. The simplicity is its strength. If you can confidently say, I ate dosa for breakfast, you've communicated a meal, a time of day, and a cultural reference, all in one clear sentence. It avoids vague descriptions like, I had some Indian food.
Right. Much clearer.
It gives specific, actionable information. This foundational clarity really empowers you as a speaker.
Okay, so from what we eat, the source then shifts our focus. It moves to the transformative process of how we prepare it.
Into the kitchen.
Exactly. Our source material moves us into the realm of cooking actions, introducing common verbs that are really the building blocks of any recipe, no matter the cuisine.
The fundamental actions.
We're talking about essential verbs like cut, chop, boil, fry, mix, cook, roast, peel, stir, bake, and add. Think of these as the fundamental maneuvers in any kitchen, from, I don't know, a Michelin-starred restaurant to your own home kitchen.
This raises an important question, doesn't it? How do these fundamental actions, when you combine them and vary them, create the incredible diversity of dishes we enjoy globally?
That's a great question.
It's truly the grammar of gastronomy, you could say, where each verb is a specific instruction in a culinary symphony.
The grammar of gastronomy, I like that.
The universality of these cooking actions is really striking. Whether you're making a delicate French souffle, a rustic Italian pasta, or an aromatic Indian curry, you're going to chop vegetables, boil water, fry ingredients, or stir a pot at some point.
True.
These verbs form a shared language of food preparation that transcends specific cuisines and cultures. Understanding these verbs allows for both giving and receiving instructions effectively. Whether you're meticulously following a complex recipe from a cookbook,
Which can be stressful.
or collaborating with a family member in a home kitchen, or even navigating a professional culinary setting where precision is absolutely paramount.
And that precision in these terms, even for what seem like simple instructions, is absolutely crucial. Let's take cut versus chop, for instance.
Good example.
Both involve dividing food, right? But while cut might be a broader term, could mean larger, more precise slices or cubes, chop, usually implies smaller, often more irregular pieces, typically used for vegetables that will be cooked down or blended, or for herbs maybe.
Right. The end use dictates the action.
This subtle difference significantly impacts the texture, the cooking time, and even the final flavor profile of a dish. Why does that specificity matter, even for basic instructions? Because if someone asks you to chop onions, they probably don't want neat slices for a salad.
No, definitely not.
They want something very different for a specific dish, perhaps for a curry base where the onions need to melt into the sauce. Our example sentences illustrate this perfectly. She is chopping onions, indicating a specific, ongoing, often rhythmic action. We boiled the rice, a clear, completed action, and add some salt and stir it well, a direct instruction combining two essential actions.
Clear and sequential.
These verbs aren't just words, they are precise commands. They help you follow a new recipe without confusion or confidently explain one to someone else, ensuring you get the desired culinary outcome. Imagine trying to explain how to make your favorite dish without these verbs. It would be almost impossible.
Exactly. Knowing the difference between cut and chop, or even say stir versus whisk, can prevent a culinary mishap and significantly influence the dish's outcome. It highlights how crucial specificity is in cooking instructions.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't want someone to simply cut an onion if you need it finely minced for a dressing or maybe roughly chopped for a stew. These distinctions, while they seem small, ensure the desired texture and integration of ingredients.
Makes sense.
By mastering these common verbs, you gain a practical vocabulary that makes you competent and confident in any kitchen setting, regardless of the cuisine you're preparing. It moves you from just being a passive observer to an active participant in the whole culinary process.
Okay, now here's where, for me, it gets really interesting. Understanding when something is happening. This brings us to a crucial grammar bite from our source material. The present continuous tense.
The ing form.
Exactly. This tense is absolutely essential for describing ongoing actions, particularly in a dynamic, ever-changing environment like a kitchen. The formation is pretty straightforward. You use am, is, or are as an auxiliary verb, followed by the main verb plus that ing ending.
Amisar plus verbing.
Got it. And this structure immediately signals that an action is currently in progress, right at this moment, or at least around this time.
What's fascinating here, I find, is how a seemingly simple grammatical structure like the present continuous allows us to narrate the unfolding story of a meal being prepared in real time.
Like live commentary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It captures the dynamic, in-progress nature of cooking so perfectly. Think about it. Cooking is rarely a single, instantaneous event, is it?
No, it's a process.
It's a series of actions happening right now, maybe in sequence or even simultaneously. You are chopping onions, you are boiling water, you are frying vegetables. This tense allows us to describe live actions, provide real-time updates, or explain precisely what someone is doing at this very moment in the kitchen.
Right.
It's the linguistic tool for collaboration, for coordinating tasks, and for giving dynamic step-by-step instructions. Without it, you'd be speaking in a kind of disjointed way, missing the immediacy and flow of the cooking process. Coordination would be incredibly difficult.
Our source gives us some excellent positive examples that really demonstrate this. I am cooking dinner, indicating the dinner preparation is currently underway. She is frying vegetables, conveying an immediate action right now, and they are baking a cake, signaling that ongoing process in the oven.
Clear snapshots of action.
These clearly show actions currently in progress. And it also teaches us how to form negative sentences, which is just as important for clarity. He is not cutting the fruits, or we are not cooking today. This grammatical accuracy is key. It avoids miscommunication. Imagine trying to coordinate a meal with someone, maybe over a video call,
Yeah, that's common now.
and you can't accurately describe what's being done right now versus what was done or will be done later. The present continuous eliminates that ambiguity entirely, allowing for precise, real-time updates.
Absolutely. Grammatical accuracy, particularly with tenses like the present continuous, ensures clarity and avoids miscommunication. That's especially vital when you're coordinating tasks in a kitchen or even just describing what's happening in a recipe demo online.
Makes sense.
If you say she cooks chapati, well, that's a general statement about her habit or her ability. She knows how.
Right, a general truth.
But if you say she is cooking chapati, you immediately convey that the action is happening now. You can almost smell it, right?
Yeah.
A hot chapati likely sizzling on the pan. This subtle difference in tense fundamentally changes the meaning and allows for precise, immediate communication, ensuring everyone is on the same page. It's a powerful tool for narrating real-time events and fostering effective collaboration. This is the difference between simply knowing words and truly using language to interact dynamically.
Building on that understanding of ongoing actions, our source then takes us into a role-play talking in the kitchen scenario. This is where language truly comes alive, isn't it? It shows how it's used in natural, everyday interactions.
Bringing it to life.
Yeah, we get to listen in on a mother and daughter preparing lunch, and the dialogue is incredibly relatable. It's filled with that warmth and connection that food preparation often brings. Let's hear it. Daughter, Emma, what are you cooking?
I am making tomato rice.
It smells so nice. Do you want any help?
Yes, please chop the onions.
Sure. What's for dessert?
Gulab jamun.
Ah, lovely. Simple, clear, very natural.
Our source even includes a little host tip, noting that this demonstrates how families can speak in English during cooking time. And it really does, doesn't it? You can almost feel the aroma of the tomato rice and the anticipation of the gulab jamun.
Definitely.
For you, our listener, think about how these simple yet profound exchanges reflect universal family dynamics around food. The curiosity, what are you cooking? The polite offer of help, do you want any help? The genuine expression of appreciation, it smells so nice. And that eager anticipation of something sweet, what's for dessert?
These are feelings and interactions we all recognize.
It's
right.
Right.
Regardless of cultural background.
Absolutely. More specifically, what can you learn from this about asking for help or expressing appreciation in a natural, conversational way? Notice the "do you want any help?" and the immediate polite "yes, please." This isn't just vocabulary, it's social etiquette embedded right there in the language.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, these role plays are like mini narratives of everyday life. They show how language becomes the conduit for connection and cooperation. It's not just about language learning in isolation.
No, it's applied.
It's about reinforcing family bonds and shared activities. The natural flow of the conversation, the open-ended question about what's cooking, the direct answer using the present continuous, I am making, the unsolicited offer of help, the polite acceptance, and the subsequent question about dessert, it perfectly demonstrates language in action, far beyond isolated sentences.
It's low.
It's authentic. It shows how language facilitates collaboration and emotional expression in a familiar domestic setting. And even without needing external information, the specific dishes mentioned, tomato rice and gulab jamun, by their very commonality in the given context, they hint at a broader cultural tapestry.
Right, they place you somewhere.
They connect the linguistic lesson to a deeper understanding of everyday life and traditions, specifically within an Indian household in this case. It's the language of care, of domesticity, and of sheer joy around food.
Okay, so from the comfortable setting of the home kitchen, we transition to another incredibly common and, let's face it, important real-world application, navigating the restaurant experience.
Ah, yes, the public sphere. Can be tricky.
This is often where many language learners feel the most pressure, I think. But our source material provides a fantastic toolkit to build confidence here. It starts with a set of useful phrases for ordering, which are absolutely vital for a smooth interaction.
The essentials.
We learn how to initiate the process by asking, "Can I see the menu, please?" That's your polite gateway to everything else. Then it covers specific ordering requests. I would like a masala dosa, or maybe for a group, we'll have 2 thalis and a mango lassi.
Clear and direct.
It even includes a crucial practical question about dietary concerns or preferences. Is this dish spicy?
A question that can save you from a fiery surprise.
Yeah.
Definitely needed sometimes.
And of course, essential closing phrases like, "Please bring the bill," and the all-important genuine feedback, "The food was delicious," which is always a nice way to show appreciation.
This raises an important question, though. Beyond the words themselves, what unspoken social cues and expectations are being communicated in a restaurant setting, and how does language facilitate them?
Good point.
The source material helps us understand the highly sequential nature of restaurant interactions. It's a structured process, isn't it? From requesting the menu, to ordering specific items, making specific inquiries about the food, and finally to paying the bill and maybe offering feedback.
It follows a pattern.
Each phrase serves a distinct purpose in this sequence. It helps reduce ambiguity and ensure a smooth dining experience for both the customer and the staff. These aren't just isolated phrases you pull out of a hat. They are carefully chosen linguistic tools designed to navigate a structured social ritual with politeness and efficiency.
Exactly, and the source reinforces this with a restaurant role-play dialogue that's incredibly illustrative of a typical interaction. And notice, it isn't about being overly complex. It's about clarity and directness. Here it is. Waiter. Good evening. What would you like to order?
1 veg thali and a glass of buttermilk, please.
Anything else?
No, that's all.
I will bring it in 10 minutes.
Simple, efficient, polite.
For you, our listener, think about how these direct, polite phrases empower you to confidently navigate a dining experience. The customer is clear and concise, uses please for politeness. The waiter confirms the order and, crucially, provides a time frame in 10 minutes, which manages expectations.
Very important.
What's the value of knowing how to ask about spiciness? Is this dish spicy? Or how to give positive feedback like the food was delicious? It's not just about getting what you want. It's about engaging in a polite and effective social interaction that makes the experience enjoyable for everyone involved.
It shows respect and competence.
Right. It shows competence and respect, making you a confident diner rather than a hesitant one. Moreover, knowing these foundational phrases gives you stepping stones. You can handle minor deviations. What if the waiter asks, "Still thinking?" Or you need to ask about a specific ingredient. You have a base to work from.
It's about empowering the customer to be clear and the waiter to be efficient, fostering a smooth exchange. The dialogue demonstrates a clear dynamic in ordering. The customer makes a concise request, the waiter confirms and sets expectations for delivery. These structured exchanges significantly reduce ambiguity, which is crucial in a busy restaurant environment,
Avoids mistakes.
and ensure a seamless, efficient dining experience for both parties. It also subtly conveys cultural politeness through phrases like please and the implied thank you when the food arrives. Ultimately, these are not just phrases. They are highly functional tools for effective, respectful, and, well, functional communication in a very common public setting. They allow you to participate fully in a social ritual that really transcends language barriers.
Okay, moving beyond specific meals and dining out, our source then gets into a broader, more personal territory, talking about food habits and preferences.
How we eat generally.
Exactly. This allows for genuine self-expression about one's dietary choices and lifestyle, which are often deeply intertwined with identity. We see common sentences that enable this. For example, "I am a vegetarian." That's a significant statement about one's core diet.
A very important one in social settings.
Or, "We eat rice every day," describing a staple food in a household. "My mother avoids oily food," indicating maybe a health preference or a dietary restriction. "She drinks green tea every morning," a daily habit illustrating a lifestyle choice. And "We cook together on weekends," which illustrates a shared family activity and a culinary routine.
What's truly fascinating here is how just a few simple sentences can paint such a clear, rich picture of someone's lifestyle, their values, even their cultural background, all through the lens of food.
It's quite revealing, isn't it?
Food habits are profoundly personal. They often reflect cultural heritage, health consciousness, ethical beliefs, religious practices, or simply individual taste. When someone says, "I'm a vegetarian," it's far more than just a linguistic statement.
Right, it has implications.
It's an identity marker that guides a whole range of social interactions, especially when food is involved, from planning meals for guests to choosing restaurants or even just navigating conversations at a potluck dinner.
True.
These phrases allow individuals to express their identity and preferences clearly, which is crucial for social integration and understanding in any community. They help establish who you are and how you engage with the world through one of its most universal mediums, food. It makes conversations much richer and more informed.
And avoids awkwardness.
This ability to articulate your preferences prevents awkward social situations and helps others understand and accommodate your needs easily.
Okay, now, this next part is where we start to polish our plates, so to speak.
Cleaning up the air.
Exactly. We're addressing a crucial part of refining communication, the common mistakes to avoid. Our source material highlights specific errors that language learners often make, and then, crucially, provides the correct phrasing. This is super helpful.
Seeing the mistake and the correction side by side is key.
For example, it corrects the common error, "I am take food now," to the grammatically correct and natural sounding, "I am eating now."
Ah, that take food one. Very common.
Right. It directly addresses a common confusion between the verb take and the ongoing action of eating, particularly when referring to consuming food. It's not just about swapping one word, it's about understanding the correct structure for describing a present action.
This raises an important question again. How do these seemingly minor grammatical points fundamentally change the meaning or the naturalness of what's being communicated? And why is that crucial for genuine connection and understanding?
Yeah, why do they matter so much?
Well, analyzing why these mistakes occur is key to overcoming them. Often they stem from direct translation from a native language where a similar structure might actually work.
Interference from the first language.
Exactly. Or a lack of full understanding of English tense usage, or just common issues with subject-verb agreement. For instance, "I am take food now" might directly translate a structure from many other languages, but it just doesn't work in English because it misses the auxiliary verb structure needed for the present continuous, which requires the ing form of the main verb.
Right, the am eating structure.
These subtle structural differences are precisely where learners often stumble.
Right. Another classic example from our source is "we eats rice," corrected to "oh, we eat rice."
Subject-verb agreement. Fundamental.
Textbook case, isn't it? In English, the verb form changes depending on the subject. Eats is for a singular third-person subject, he, she, it, whereas eat is for plural subjects, we, they, or I and you. Simple rule, but easy to forget in the moment.
Very easy.
And finally, a mistake that brings us full circle to our earlier discussion on tenses. She, cooking chapati, becomes you, she is cooking chapati.
Missing the is. Crucial.
This highlights the absolute necessity of that auxiliary verb is, or am, or are when forming the present continuous tense. You can't just have the ing verb alone. Our source mentions using native language references for clarity, which really underscores the universality of these types of errors across language learning.
Different languages make different mistakes, but the patterns are often similar.
For you, our listener, why do you think these specific mistakes are so common? What can they tell us about the learning process itself? Understanding these pitfalls is a powerful way to accelerate mastery because once you know why you're making a mistake, you can actively work to correct it, rather than just memorizing a correction without understanding.
It's the difference between knowing a rule and truly internalizing it, right? Making it automatic.
Exactly, getting it to the point of natural use.
And correcting these common errors is paramount for clearer, more natural communication. While a native speaker might ultimately figure out what you mean by "she cooking chapati," it definitely sounds unnatural, it sounds less fluent, and it could even be momentarily confusing.
It flags you as a learner, maybe?
It can. Small changes like adding is or correctly using subject-verb agreement significantly impact how one is perceived by a native speaker. They immediately signal a higher level of fluency, attention to detail, and a more comfortable command of the language.
It sounds more polished.
This also emphasizes the iterative nature of language learning. Identifying and actively correcting these recurring errors is a vital step toward genuine fluency and sounding more like a native speaker. These corrections bridge the gap between merely being understood and sounding truly proficient and natural in your daily interactions. They elevate your communication from just functional to well-polished.
The ultimate goal, of course, is to speak fluently and confidently, and our source material understands that active practice is the only way to truly internalize this knowledge. You can't just read about it.
You have to do it.
Exactly. It provides some fantastic starting points under speaking practice. We're encouraged to fill in the blanks with prompts like, I had for breakfast, which gets you thinking about your morning routine using the past tense.
Simple recall.
We are cooking now, activating your present continuous knowledge for current actions. Please bring me at the hotel, preparing you for a real-world scenario, like ordering room service.
Practical application.
My favorite dish is encouraging personal expression, and we don't eat at home, prompting you to describe dietary habits or perhaps cultural aversions using the simple present negative. These are all designed to get you actively producing sentences, recalling vocabulary, and applying grammar in a meaningful context.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture again, the goal isn't just to know the rules, is it? It's to do the language, to integrate it into your daily cognitive processes, allowing for effortless communication eventually.
Effortless is the dream.
This symbiotic relationship between speaking and listening is fundamental to language acquisition. Speaking prompts, like those fill-in-the-blanks, encourage active recall and creative application of the vocabulary and grammar you've learned. They force your brain to retrieve and construct sentences on the fly, which is crucial for building conversational fluency and reducing that hesitation we all feel sometimes.
That pause while you search for the word.
Exactly. It's like building muscle memory for your linguistic brain, so you don't have to consciously think about every single word or grammatical structure every time you speak.
And then there's the challenge section in the source. Speak 5 sentences about what you eat in a day.
A nice little summary tab.
Yeah, it's a great way to summarize and apply everything we've learned. Food vocabulary, cooking verbs, meal classifications, daily habits in a truly personalized way. It pushes you to synthesize information and express a cohesive narrative about your own life.
Puts it all together.
But language learning isn't just about what you say, it's also about what you hear and understand. So our source includes listening practice with a narrative called Dinner at Home.
Balancing production and comprehension, very important.
The narrative from the source is simple, deliberately so, yet rich in everyday detail. It allows for clear comprehension. Last night, my family had dinner together. My father made chapati and dal. I helped my mother in the kitchen. We sat at the table and ate happily. After dinner, we had fresh fruit.
A very common, relatable scene.
This short, relatable narrative provides a slice of everyday life using the vocabulary and grammar we've discussed, past tense, food names, simple actions, in a natural, flowing context. And it's followed by comprehension check questions. Who made chapati? And what did the family eat after dinner?
Testing understanding.
Exactly. This helps you assess your understanding of spoken English in context, ensuring you're not just hearing words buzz past, but actually processing the meaning.
The value of these integrated practices, speaking prompts, listening tasks, is immense. Passive understanding, through listening narratives like Dinner at Home, helps embed cultural context, demonstrates how language flows naturally in a story, and trains your ear to recognize the rhythm and intonation of spoken English in an authentic scenario.
Getting used to the sound.
By combining active recall through speaking prompts with passive understanding through listening, learners engage multiple parts of their brain. It reinforces knowledge much more effectively than just doing one or the other. It allows you to move beyond just understanding words in isolation to comprehending them within a natural communicative flow.
Making connections.
It's about building both expressive fluency, what you can say, and receptive fluency, what you can understand. Ensuring you can not only speak about food, but also understand others when they do. This holistic approach is what truly cements linguistic competence.
So wrapping this all up, what does this all mean for you, our listener?
Well, hopefully it means unlocking a whole new level of confidence in your daily interactions. We've taken a deep dive into the surprisingly rich and absolutely essential topic, discussing food, cooking, and dining in English.
It covers a lot of ground.
It really does. We started by unpacking the foundational food vocabulary, including those specific Indian dishes that, as you said, open windows into culture. Then we moved into the practical world of cooking verbs, understanding how they are the building blocks of any recipe, the grammar of gastronomy.
Love that phrase.
We delved into daily food habits and how to express your personal preferences. We tackle that essential grammar nugget, the present continuous tense, to talk about actions happening right now crucial for dynamic communication.
Right.
And importantly, we armed you with the precise phrases for restaurant English, from confidently ordering to politely paying.
Covering the whole cycle. Finally, we emphasize the vital role of integrated listening and speaking practice to tie it all together, ensuring practical application, not just theoretical knowledge. The journey through this material, hopefully, has truly transformed your ability to talk about food in English, whether it's with friends, family, or even stepping into a restaurant.
Giving you the tools.
And our source even offers some fantastic homework suggestions to keep that momentum going, moving you from learning to actively doing. You could try recording yourself, describing your favorite meal, hearing yourself back can be really insightful for self-correction and fluency.
A great technique.
You could write 5 steps to cook a simple recipe in English, applying your cooking verbs and sequencing skills, or even try ordering something in English at a real or perhaps a mock restaurant setting, putting all these skills into practice in a low-stakes environment first.
Building confidence step by step.
These practical steps solidify your learning and pave the way for genuine fluency and confidence when you need it most.
And perhaps a final thought to leave you with. Consider this as you step away from our deep dive today. In a world where food brings people together across all divides, how does the ability to articulate your culinary world not just feed your body, but profoundly nourish your connections?
Food as connection.
Food is far more than mere sustenance, isn't it? It serves as a universal language of connection, of culture, of care. Mastering the language of food allows us to truly participate in those cherished moments, to share family recipes, discuss new culinary adventures we've had, express genuine appreciation for a home-cooked meal, or bond over shared dining experiences.
It opens doors to deeper interactions.
It's about being able to fully engage in one of humanity's most fundamental and unifying experiences, creating bridges where words might otherwise fall short. So the linguistic tools we've discussed today aren't just for ordering a meal or following a recipe.
They're bigger than that.
They're for building genuine human connections and enriching lives, one delicious conversation, one shared bite at a time.